Meanwhile, in Gaza, as many as 600 Americans are still trapped in Gaza. They have not been evacuated. They have not been allowed to exit into Egypt. They're facing bombings from the Israelis, a worsening humanitarian crisis. Earlier this week, I talked with Aboud Okal. He's from Massachusetts. Take a listen to what he told CNN just a couple days ago.
All it takes is one missile, one airstrike to miss its target, or be too close to where you are. We're trying to stay strong, but we cannot help but feel hopeless and abandoned, given it's been 18 days and yet no concrete help from the State Department.
I know you can't just send in SEAL Team 6 to get the hostages in the Hamas tunnels because, first of all, you don't even know where they are. But this is hundreds of American citizens by the Jaffa Gate. By the Rafah Gate. They're stuck too. They can't get out. 2 weeks ago, I asked you about them, and you said it was Hamas who wouldn't let them out, that the Israelis were ready, the Egyptians were ready. What's going on? When can they get out?
So just as there is ongoing discussions and negotiations over the hostages, we are facing a similar situation with the American citizens and other foreign nationals who are trapped in Gaza. It is true, the Egyptians are prepared to allow American citizens and foreign nationals to come through the Rafah Gate into Egypt. The Israelis have no issue with that. Hamas has been preventing their departure and making a series of demands. I can't go through those demands in public, but that is the subject of the discussions and the negotiations that are ongoing. We are trying to work through those to get to a point where we have secured the safe passage of any American in Gaza who wants to leave. We are in contact with them on a near daily basis. We will continue to stay focused on this. This is an equal priority to us as getting the hostages out. It equally requires us to get to a point where Hamas will permit their safe passage, and we are working hard at that every day.
Meanwhile, Haaretz is reporting that an Israeli settler shot and killed a Palestinian civilian in the West Bank just yesterday. This comes after President Biden made a point of warning Netanyahu about the extremist settlers in the West Bank, saying it has to stop. These continued attacks suggest to me that Netanyahu didn't take President Biden's warning very seriously, even though President Biden elevated that warning to a public warning. Palestinians are literally being killed on the West Bank by these extremist settlers who put out leaflets warning of another Nakba. Palestinians were literally chased out of a town in the West Bank because there's no one there to protect them. Why do you think Netanyahu didn't take the warning seriously?
Well, we believe that Prime Minister Netanyahu does have a responsibility to rein in the extremist settlers on the West Bank who are, as President Biden put it a few days ago, pouring fuel on the fire. And it is totally unacceptable to have extremist settler violence against innocent people in the West Bank. That is something that we will continue to press on. This is not a one-day, one-issue event. This is an ongoing challenge. It is going to require ongoing and intensifying effort by the Israeli government. That's a point the president made publicly. It's a point we will make continuously privately, and we expect over time to see the Israeli government step up on this. And I'd go further, because the president used the word accountability, that there be accountability for those extremist settlers who are engaged in this kind of violence.